Welcome back to our boating journey. If you're new here, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. In our last episode, we shared how we decided to take a quick 3-day cruise to the Caribbean. After checking in and finding our way, we spent the day exploring the ship before we headed out to sea. Destination Nassau, the Bahamas. In this episode, we spend the next 2 days snorkeling and relaxing by the sea on our own private island. So come along and join us on our journey. Welcome to Boating Journey. I'm Scott and she's Allie. We own 2 boats in the Pacific Northwest, but have recently found ourselves boatless after moving to southern Florida. We moved to be closer to different boating opportunities in the Caribbean, our favorite boating destination. Our goals are to explore the Florida waters, bring you some new boat tours, and hopefully find our next boat. So come along and follow us on our boating journey. We spent our first night sailing off from Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale to Nassau.
So we are in Nassau, and we're actually turning around in the bay here. That way when we leave in the night, we go straight back out the channel. And if you remember from my video earlier this year, we went out that way, but we came in from that way. We're still turning around, but if you look here, there's the Atlantis, which is where I stayed earlier. I'm not sure if these are abandoned. They look abandoned. Yeah, that dock definitely looks abandoned. The house looks destroyed. Oof, probably the hurricane.
We just had breakfast and we're getting ready to go on our excursion. We're going to do some snorkeling and I think a sandbar.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah.
So we're excited to be here. Look, it's pretty cool. We've got 2 giant cruise ships behind us. And so again, this is our first time. We've always watched people come off the cruise ship and go places, but we've never really done it. So let's go see where we're going. There's Zone 1. Another Royal Caribbean.
We waited in line for almost an hour before heading to our catamaran. We're not sure why we're running so late.
There's your 4 cruise ships.
Nassau sailing and reef snorkeling, guys. Everyone from the Liberty of the Seas, right hand, guys.
Definitely.
Right.
Hey, we're on the ship.
Yeah.
This guy's making a bunch of...
Yeah, hopefully you can hear us. We got a bunch of boat roads behind us, but we're boarding. Looking forward to doing a little snorkeling.
Yep, let's turn it around. We'll show you. So here's your bartender.
Yeah, we'll make friends with them after we do snorkeling. Soon enough, we cast off and began what turned out to be a shorter cruise to the Snorkel Reef than expected. We basically just cruised down to the eastern end of the inlet, about 30 minutes or so. At one point, we had to borrow a life vest from our sister cat, the Seahorse. Based on how her port side looked, she may need a few more fenders for this maneuver. Once we arrived at the reef, it was time to get into the water. I have to say, this is the first time snorkeling we weren't provided with fins, and Allie and I didn't bring our own. But I can understand why. There were so many people in the water. If we all had fins, we'd be kicking each other all over. Although the visibility, reef, and fish were all great, Allie and I both returned to the boat after a short time. We spent more time avoiding other snorkelers than enjoying the water and undersea life around us.
We got beautiful souvenir shells and coconut, guys. over here. Souvenir shells and fresh coconut.
Oh, yeah, you got conch shells and yeah.
Too bad I don't like them.
Yeah, right there. You can put the meat over there. No matter what, just put it out there.
I'm more worried about the boat. Look at that, is impressive.
After snorkeling, the crew opened up the bar. This was the first time we've been on an excursion with a cash bar. Luckily, Allie and I paid an extra $5 for each of our tickets for unlimited drinks. Considering a rum punch was $7, they definitely lost money on us. We then headed back to the ship. Our 3.5-hour excursion was cut short to only 2.5 hours. And the funny thing is, we weren't planning on taking this excursion in the first place. We had scheduled a trip to Pearl Island for the entire day to snorkel, paddleboard, swim, and enjoy the beach, but it was canceled a day or two before our cruise. The captain motored past the cruise ships to burn a little more time before we headed back to the dock and returned to our ship.
So we would love to know what the story is with this marina. You'd probably not be able to use this audio because there's a song in the background, but you know, something happened with the hurricane. I don't know if that one. This one is done. That one's toast. This one, that's a new boat lift. Not sure what that is. Decent. But that is definitely was something cool. I wish I knew the story. Okay, we're curious what this thing is. Scott goes, I think it came out of a mold. It is strange. It is very strange. So these guys are leaving, but it's just a weird feeling. It makes us look like we're moving, but they're the ones leaving. We're all probably going to Coco Bay. So we're not leaving yet. We're waiting for Carnival to leave. And they're slowly moving out. And we're headed to Coco Cay. Coco Bay. No, Coco Cay. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah, Coco Cay, because it's an island.
Coco Cay. Or is it just Coco Cay?
Coco Cay.
Coco Cay, okay.
Well, here we are leaving Nassau, headed to Coco Cay. That's Royal Caribbean's private island. Looking forward to checking that out tomorrow. You can see the other ships that have gone ahead of us. We are just about to make the right turn out of the marina here. And off we go into the evening, headed north.
So tonight is day 2, and we are headed to dinner.
Yep.
It's our formal night, and we're not very formal people.
No.
So
That's about all they're gonna get. Khakis and
I'm in a dress. So
Yes.
anyways, so we did buy the dinner package. So that means that if you buy the extra, you can eat anywhere you want. So we'll kind of go over that maybe a little bit later at the end. So we are headed to Chops tonight.
Yep. It's a steakhouse.
It's a steakhouse, and you do have to pay extra for that, but that's where we're headed tonight. So let's go. We are now walking to Coco Cay. You think it's cloudy, but it's because we're between two boats. What's interesting is they were about a half hour late letting us disembark. We have bought passes for the beach club. We don't know where that's at. We'll find it, I guess. And I'm hoping that this boat didn't disembark before us.
I don't think it did. I think it looks like we're all at the same time.
Oh, okay, good. So
I think we should be fine.
off we go. We'll tell you what it's like.
Coco Cay is Royal Caribbean's private island. It offers a day of fun, including water parks, a beach club, a 450-foot high helium balloon ride, zip lines, restaurants, and water toys. But just so you know, many of these attractions come at an additional cost. Our ship's drink package was accepted on the island, and admission to the beach club included lunch. You could even order steak and lobster. What a feast!
So these starters used to be buffet, and now they bring them out in these cool boxes. All these birds that are in the shade. There are some down there. So we did not go over here, but this is where it looks like they had snorkeling. That was called Chill Island. We were over there at that beach. And then I'm going to take you down here where we talked to one of the workers, and there's about 400 people that live on this island. And there's all kinds of housing over here. And that's probably where they live. Well, this was a quick 2-day cruise.
Yeah.
Really.
It's the convenience of living in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, so today is Sunday. We are now leaving Coco Cay, and we are heading back to Fort Lauderdale. We'll wake up in the morning, we'll disembark at 6:45, and we'll be at work, which is one of the reasons we moved to Florida.
Right, one of the benefits.
So, you know, our goal, as we stated, is to get out on the water one way or the other. And this was a really easy way. We hopped on Friday night. We're back home Monday morning.
Never been on a cruise before.
Never been on a cruise before. And this trip was not a Royal Caribbean
review or anything like that.
or tour, any of that.
No.
It was a way for us to figure out how to get on the water, spend time. We went to the Bahamas, which is where we are.
Determine if we like cruising.
Yeah, determine if we like it. I think what we enjoyed the most about this trip is being out on the water.
Right.
We got to spend time today. Yesterday we went snorkeling. So that part of it does kind of reinforce our reasoning for moving to Fort Lauderdale. And now I think we're anxious to try to find other ways to get on the water. And if you have recommendations, leave your comments down below. We'd love to hear from you.
I agree. Yeah.
It was a fun trip.
It was a fun trip. Yeah.
So we may dive in later about cruising in general, but for this, we just wanted to bring you along and see how we liked it. And we're heading home.
See you guys.
How far is it to our room?
We're gonna have to speed this part up.
Because it's way down there.
Waiting for like 2 little twin girls to show up at the end of the hallway holding hands, like in The Shining.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Almost there.